Welcome to Team Forever Strong's weekly team call. Today is October 6th, and I apologize if I am coughing up a lung throughout this entire call tonight. I've had this massive sore throat and cough for like 7 or 8 days now, so just bear with me. But thanks so much, guys, for hopping on tonight. I love Thursdays. I love our team calls. I look forward to it all day long. It's my favorite night of the week because I love seeing this team because we're so awesome. And you guys truly are the best group around. I really do feel that, and I believe that. So I'm glad to see you guys tonight. And I wanted to start off just by welcoming some of my new coaches that have joined Team Forever Strong. So I wanted to welcome Kayla, Emily, and Katie to the team. So welcome, guys. We're so excited to have you here. If anybody else has any new coaches that they welcomed in this week, feel free to unmute yourself, and you can give them a shout out as well, too, so we can welcome them in. Nobody? Okay. All right. I also wanted to say congratulations to Gabrielle for earning the full Success Starters. And what that means is that she hit Success Club her first 3 full months as a coach, which is amazing. It means that her business is growing, she's consistent, she's earning an income, and now, because she earned Success Starters for her 3 first full months as a coach, she has earned a free ticket to the Beachbody Coach Summit next summer. So congratulations, Gabrielle. I'm so excited for you. You're doing awesome. Also wanted to go over a couple of housekeeping items before we move into the bulk of the call. So we're going to be having a 21-day fix challenge group starting on the 10th. So you can invite people to be a part of that one. Keep in mind too, guys, when you're inviting people to be a part of our challenge groups, they don't need to wait the 5 days, the 5 business days for them to receive their CDs and all that stuff for them to begin. Within about 24 hours, they can log on into their account onto Beachbody On Demand, and they can start to access their workouts right away. They can get access to the nutrition plan right away, and they can basically start everything, and they'll just be waiting on their Shakeology to arrive. So you can still invite people right up until that day. And I even add in sometimes people into the group a couple days later. It's really not a big deal. They just hop in and then they carry on with the rest of the group for the rest of the time. So that's an option as well too. We also have our free clean eating crock pot group, which is going to be kicking off on the 17th. So that's a free group that you can invite to. You definitely want to take advantage of these free groups that the team runs, especially if like you're a newer coach and you don't know about these groups. But it's a great way to build relationships with people, to build that trust, for them to be able to, see that you are adding so much value, and for them to be able to get a glimpse into how we run these challenge groups, and they can actually see firsthand how awesome they are and how much fun they are and how motivating they are. So definitely take advantage of that and make sure to start inviting to that, and you can promote it on your social media so that people know about it. This is my favorite time of the year because I am horrible at cooking. I'm just horrible at cooking. I basically don't really cook. But crock pots, I can do that because it's super quick and it's easy, and you can just throw everything in the pot and then you don't even have to worry about it. So this is probably my favorite thing about the colder months are the crock pot meals. All right, so we have that coming up. We also have Core de Force, which is our brand new program by Joel Freeman and Jericho, which is being released November 1st. And we are going to, it's a martial arts workout program. It's going to be awesome. And we are going to be having our challenge group for that start on the 7th of November. So it's going to be released the 1st, and then we're going to kick off our challenge group on the 7th. So now is the time to start talking about this. If you are in a challenge group now and you have challengers in a group with you, you want to start letting them know about this program. So that way when they finish the 21-day fix, try to get them to do it with you and all hop into our Team Core de Force group that's going to be kicking off on the 7th. So we have that one kicking off. Anybody who participated in the health bet last month should have received an email already letting you know if you qualified or did not qualify to earn the free money for participating. And they're going to be sending out another email around the 10th of this month, letting you know about how much money you earned for participating in it. So, excuse me, keep an eye on your email because it's going to be coming in very soon. And this is pretty cool, guys, because next Thursday night for our team call, we are having a celebrity personal trainer talk on our team call. And I am wicked excited. Can you tell I'm from Boston? Wicked excited for this call because it's not every team in the network that gets a celebrity personal trainer to talk on their call. But Team Forever Strong is one of the top teams in the entire network. So you guys are that awesome that we are so lucky to have this person, and I'm not going to say who it is, on our team call next Thursday. And it's going to be amazing. So you want to start letting your coaches and your teams know now about this so that you can block it off. I know, I'm such a teaser, right, Kelly? You're going to love it, guys. I suggest come with makeup on, looking good. That's a hint. So, no, I'm just kidding. You can do whatever you want. But anyway, so that'll be next Thursday. So there's limited spots because these calls can only hold, I know there's not that many on this call right now, but we can only hold 100 people. And I'm going to be sending out like a mass email to like all 1,500 coaches in my downline and customers and everything so that they can hear about this. So you're going to want to make sure that you get on this call and hop on like 5 minutes before so you can get your spot and you don't lose it. And Angela, I suggest wearing a sexy nightgown, maybe a V-neck, very low cut. No, I'm just kidding. Just do whatever you want. It wouldn't be the same though if you didn't wear your nightgown like you always do. All right, guys. So does anybody have any questions about any of that stuff that we went over? This is why I love this team so much. So if you're a brand new coach, this is what I mean. You're just a fun group of people. All right. So any questions about any of those things before we get started into the bulk of the call? Speaking now. Nope. All right. So before I go into it, you're going to have an action step that I'm going to want you to do as you're listening to this call and kind of, you know, letting the gears spin in your mind. What I want you to do is to just, as you're listening or at the end, doesn't need to be during it, but by the end of it or when we get done, I want everyone to write down 3 to 5 things that you love about coaching. And then you're going to take one of those things and you're going to make a post about it on your wall and turn it into a story, a relatable story about you. Just be your authentic self. And you're going to want to do that and talk about it or talk about coaching consistently, because on next Tuesday, we have our 1-hour free coach blitz. So if you're a brand new coach, we run these coach blitzes, they're called, 2 times a month, and they're 1 hour long. But this is a chance for you to invite people to learn more about coaching to see if they think this might be a good fit for them. So we don't just add people to them. Like I always just send people a message saying like, hey, just wanted to let you know, we have a 1-hour free coaching blitz on Tuesday night from 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's no strings attached. You can just be a fly on the wall and see if coaching is for you or not, or something you might want to do in the future. Would you like me to invite you to it? So you're going to want to keep that on your agenda for next week as well too, because everyone should be plugging in people into the coach blitz. All right. So in order to attract coaches and customers into this business, we need to show excitement about this business all the time. And so for me personally, I mean, I've been excited about this since day freaking 1. Does that mean that it's been smooth sailing for me? Hell no. There's been ups, there's been downs, there's been really tough times, there's been struggles, but I absolutely love it. And I'm excited about it all the time because that's how much I love it. And honestly, if I had the time, if I didn't have the kids here with me every day, I would work on this 24/7 because I just love it that much. Like when they talk about finding your passion, this for me is my passion. And so nothing gets me more excited than sharing this opportunity, this blessing with other people every single day. And because I'm so excited about it all the time, that's another reason why I have no problem talking to people about this business opportunity all the time, because I want them, and I'm hoping for them, that this might be something that they're passionate about, that changes their life like it has mine, and that they love this much. So when people come into the business, a lot of times there's a big misconception, right? Because people think that they need to come in and they need to sell to people, right? That this is a sales job. And then they look at the different vital behaviors and the tasks that need to be done, and they think that they're like these tedious, mundane tasks, almost like chores, like they almost roll in their eyes. They don't want to do them. They're kind of dragging their feet. And if you look at it that way, then you won't make it long-term in this business. You truly will not make it long-term. This business, guys, is a blessing. And you will hear people on this team, and you will hear people in the network say the exact same thing, that this business is one of the biggest blessings that they've ever had come into their life. And that's why coaches like myself and other coaches who feel the same way have no problem going out and just coming up front to people and telling them and talking to them every single day about becoming a coach, and letting them know they'd be great at it, and reassuring them that they should at least just give it a try, because it could be life-changing for them. And how will you know unless you give it a shot? That's what I truly, truly believe. And guys, honestly, I mean, when you look at all the teams in the network, our team is one of the best teams in the network. I'm not just saying that because I love you guys. I do love you guys, but it's true. Like, our team is one of the best teams in the entire network. And how cool is that, to be able to tell people about that and to be able to bring them onto this team, and for them to be able to see this bond that this team has? Because I believe that most of the other teams, that they don't have this kind of bond that our team shares, and the kind of friendships that we have, and the kind of support and the positivity. It's more than just a team. It really is like a second little family for me and for everybody on this team. And that's what I love so much about it. And so I get excited every time I talk to somebody new about this, or every time a new coach gets brought onto the team, because I can't wait for them to be able to experience that and feel that same thing. Another reason why this business is so awesome, like, I wanted to spend a lot of time tonight just talking about all these different reasons of why this is like the best thing out there. Because like I said, people get so caught up and so narrow-minded that they're not really looking at the big, huge picture. Like, they're sitting there thinking about inviting and the vital behaviors and the follow-ups and all that stuff that you really don't love to do. Let's just be honest. And they forget about the big picture, about really that this is a gift that we have been given, and how lucky are we that we are part of this right now, and that we get to now give this to other people every single day. And so they say, right, that you're the average of the five closest people that you surround yourself with. And so that's one of the things I love so much about this, is that I get to be surrounded by all of you guys and all the other coaches in the network every single day. And a lot of times people who have jobs that they have to go into, they don't have that kind of awesome, positive support, right? There's a lot of negative, talk going on, and a lot of gossip going on, and just all that stuff. Like, I remember when I was a teacher before, I started teaching at this new school, and I was so excited because they had this teacher room set up really nice compared to where I was teaching before. And I was like, oh, it looks so cute in there. Like, they had flowers on all the tables, and this nice little coffee stand on the side with the Keurig, and all different kinds of assorted, whatever those Keurig K-cup things are to go in there. And it was just really homey looking. I was like, oh, I can't wait to go in there and start having my lunch in there and get to talk to the teachers, because I like to talk. And I'll never forget the first day I went in there and I sat at a table, and it was literally non-stop complaining. And it was like that I went in for the entire first week, because I was like, well, maybe they just had a bad day, And it just went on like that. And then I came to realize that the teacher room, at this school where I was anyway, was just known for like the complaining room. And then over time, no one even went into the teacher room anymore because it was the same group of like 4 people who just like to get together and complain. So my point is that most times, or a lot of times, people have jobs that they don't have this awesome support system like we do, where they're surrounded by motivated, positive, uplifting people every single day. And that right there, guys, is a blessing, because when you're going through hard times or tough times in your life, you can reach out to anybody on this team. You can form friends with anybody in the network, and they are right there. They have your back every single step of the way, and they're positive about it. They will try to help you get over it. And it's so nice to have that. So that's one of my favorite things. So my whole point is that we want to be enthusiastic about coaching, right? So we want to be enthusiastic about it. We want to be sharing that enthusiasm on social media all the time, because at the end of the day, I mean, people will hear about the income that you can make. I mean, we all know that you can do ridiculously crazy things, right, income-wise. But at the end of the day, what people really want to be a part of is something that is rewarding, something that's really fun, something that lights a fire within them, something that gives them purpose. You know, it's not just the numbers for them. And so we have to share that all the time on social media about how exciting and how fun it is to be in this, and how lucky are we that we are together on this awesome team, going to the top together, changing lives every single day. That what we do impacts every day. What we do impacts someone in some way, whether you know it or not. And so, sorry. So my point too is that sometimes when you come on, right, if you're a brand new coach or if you've been doing this for a while, you can tend to get so, like I said, narrow-minded. You get so wrapped up in the rank and, you know, the daily task and the success club points, and you start to lose that vision of really of what the big picture is with all of this, with being a coach and how it can help you. And that this is, like I said, a gift. Some people don't see that big picture. They have a very hard time. It's like a mental block. They can't get past just the daily grind and see that big crystal clear vision and that big picture of what this can really do for you, and how drastically coaching can change your life for you if you allow it to do that, and if you allow it to be that way for you. And I'm not talking just change your life health and fitness wise, or, you know, financial wise, right? I'm not talking about that at all. I'm talking about you literally become a better version of yourself. You think differently. You handle situations differently. You are constantly working on yourself as a coach, and you're constantly improving yourself. And so not only do you get healthier and more fit, and yes, you're going to earn an income, and it can be out of control, all right, if you stick with it and you don't give up, but your relationships improve, guys. Your marriages will improve. Your emotional state, your mindset, all of that improves. It's like you become a new and improved, like, best version of yourself by doing this. And before I got into coaching, guys, I had no desire to become better at all. Literally, Nick was all about personal development and running businesses, because that's what he always wanted to do. That was his dream, was to be an entrepreneur and own his own business. And that's why he owned 4 or 5 other businesses on the side. So he was always doing these kinds of books that you hear that we recommend that you should read. And I always made fun of him. I always would make fun of him and say, this is such a waste of your time. Why would, and he'd say, you should read them. They're so good for you. Like, it's amazing information. It makes you think differently about life. And I used to just totally knock it down and be like, I'm a good person. I don't need to work on myself. Like, I don't want to like pick up a book or whatever you're doing. Like, I'm fine. I had literally no desire to do it. And now, since becoming a coach, I've changed so much, guys, since doing this. I've been doing that for 2 years and 3 months, and I've changed so much. It's out of control how much I've changed from doing personal development, personal growth along the way, a little bit at a time. And I'll admit, I still don't like to pick up a book and read it. Thank God they have Audible so I can listen, because that is what works for me. But I went from being this really kind of, I wouldn't say like shy. I mean, I can tend to be definitely more quiet if I don't know you, but then I loosen up and then it's like a whole new story. But I went from being this person who cared so much about what every single person thought about me, to the point where I couldn't even make my own decisions on anything without being like, what should I do? What would you do? Do you think I should do this? I was never confident in myself at all. That confidence piece right there was totally gone with me making the right decisions for things. I was so sensitive. I took everything so personally. If someone said something to me about anything, I'd be like, I can't do this anymore, or maybe I shouldn't do this, or I'd stop. It was always about other people's approval. I always wanted other people's approval, even if it was at the expense of what I knew was best for me. And getting into this and going through all the trainings and listening to personal development and listening to the national wake-up calls and constantly working on myself over time, that's all gone. I mean, it's not 100% gone, but it's to the point where it's like, I can make my own decisions. I don't really care what anybody thinks. And I'm doing something that I love now, that I'm like 100% passionate about. And I really don't care if people are annoyed by my post on social media. They can unfriend me if they want to, because that's just weeding out the negative people. I don't want the negative people in my life. I want to draw in the people who are inspired by this. And I get tons, as I'm sure you guys do too, of messages from people saying how inspiring I am, or how inspiring you are, and how you motivate them. And that's the stuff that matters to me. And at the end of the day, other people's opinions, are not going to change the course of my life, and they're not going to pay my bills. And they sure as hell weren't going to get me to be able to retire from my teaching job and stay at home with my kids. So you learn to kind of take it with a grain of salt and just keep going on. But it comes with personal development, because I was not like that before at all. Total 180 in that whole area. So that's so awesome about this opportunity, that they constantly are talking about how important it is to work on personal self-growth. And, I'll tell you, a lot of people ignore that vital behavior with the personal development. I did too. For the first 6 or 7 months of this business, I thought I didn't need it. And then I hit a wall and I plateaued, because you can only grow so far. You can only grow so far on your own. And if your job as a coach is to help other people reach their best potential, the only way that you can do that is if you are working on yourself and helping yourself first. And that's why it's one of the vital behaviors, and it's something that you need to do every single day. Not crazy amounts of time, 10 to 15 minutes. There are people who will bury their faces in personal development and then they won't invite. There's going to be a balance, but it needs to be done every day, and it's so helpful, guys. So honestly, for me, that's probably been the best thing so far about, well, besides the fact I'm staying at home with my kids, that was my priority. But who cares really about the money? You can do crazy things with the money, right? It's not about the money though. It's about the person that you become along the journey. I love who I am now. Before, it was not this way. I wasn't confident in myself at all. So I'm sure some of you might be like me too and be feeling the exact same way. I love how we get to help other people reach their goals. So that's what our job is as coaches, right? We get to go, we actually get to help other people reach their goals. How cool is that? That what we do helps someone else and can impact their life. You get to inspire others to want to improve themselves. So because of a post maybe you wrote, or from a conversation that you had with somebody behind the scenes, you inspire them to want to make a change. It's because of you guys that people decide, you know what, enough is enough. It's because you chose to press play at 11 o'clock at night, even though your kid was having a shit fit all day long and you just want to go to bed. You press play and you posted about it. And this other person has all these excuses, but they saw that post and they said, you inspired me. I got to go do this. I'm going to go get it done right now. And they send you a message. It's because of that. It's because what you do matters so much, way more than you guys know. Only the honest and the most highest integrity people will succeed in this business. You have to be constantly willing to put others first in order to see your business skyrocket. You have to literally, I know we all have goals, and it's good to have goals. You're supposed to have goals. But you need to get to the point and be that type of person who doesn't even think about them, because you're so concerned with just helping somebody else get better, whether it's health, fitness, emotional, financial, that it naturally falls into place and you reach your goals. So I'll use myself as an example. When I'm reaching out and I'm talking to people behind the scenes and I'm private messaging them and I'm building relationships with people and I'm just talking to them and getting to know them, I literally never, it doesn't even cross my mind. It's almost like a mental block is there with it. I don't ever think about Success Club points, challenge packs. Is this person going to sign up? Because it's about people and helping people. That's what this business is about. It's a people business. It's a relationship building business. And I know that if I am just a friend to somebody every single day, and I spend the time talking to them, and I spend the time getting to know them, and if I'm inviting to my challenge groups and my free groups, and if I'm following up, I know that people are going to trust me, and they're going to consider me like a friend, and they're going to come back to me when the time is ready for them. I don't ever think like, oh my gosh, I need to get this Success Club point. Oh my gosh, I need to get this challenge pack sale. Oh my God. No, I don't ever think that way, because I know the process, and I know as long as I'm showing up every day and I'm being a friend and I'm talking to people and I'm doing these things that were recommended to me by my mentor, and I first became a coach over 2 years ago, that if I do that, then I will see the ripple effect happen. And you know that quote by Zig Ziglar, right? If you can help enough people get what they want, you will get everything in life that you want. And could not be any more true with this business. You have to be putting other people before yourself all the time. The business is fun, right? It's fun to be on a team. And I remember when I first heard about coaching, I've always been on sports teams growing up. I was on basketball teams. I was on track and field teams. I did swimming. I did cross country. I love that team culture. Like, I love doing things together as a team, working together as a team. And when I heard about that, and I heard about coaching and how you have a team and you get to actually build your own team one day, I was like, I get to have my own team one day? That seems a little scary, but I was like, that's so cool. I love being a part of teams. It's so much fun. And so you guys all are going to be able to do the same thing too. You guys are going to spread your wings over time, and you're going to build your own team. And you're going to be going off doing calls like this too. And it's so awesome to be a part of something like that. Guys, not for nothing, but another reason why this job is so cool is because I get to sit around in my pajamas like all day and do this. I don't have to get dressed up. I don't have to iron any kind of pants. Honest to God, guys, it might sound a little ridiculous. I seriously have not ironed in like 2.5 years. And my idea of like ironing and getting things wrinkle free is I just throw them back in the dryer again one more time. And I just kind of press my arm on them to kind of roll out the wrinkles. I have some wrinkle reducer spray, whatever that is, the Downy stuff, spray it on. That's it. It's so awesome to just throw my hair up in this messy knot, right? I have not washed it. Don't judge. I haven't washed it in 5 days. I use dry shampoo and I wear headbands. Okay? I don't really care what I look like. No one can see me. I'm behind the scenes just talking to people about life and about goals and how I can help them get there, right? Pretty awesome. Sometimes if I have a really important call, I'll wear a nice shirt, but I'll still be in my yoga pants with my slippers on. No one can see that. That's pretty damn good. The flexibility, guys, that this business can provide. The flexibility that this business can provide is unbelievable, guys. I mean, for example, over the summer, when we drove down to South Carolina, I was working. I connected to a hotspot and I worked on my phone the whole way down. The whole way down, I worked, because you get to decide when and where and how much you want to work. Nobody else dictates that to you. You're your own boss, and so it's all up to you. It's all your decision. So you get to have that control. No other business, guys, will you ever have that you can start up at such a low price. Cheap. Super cheap. $140 for a challenge pack that helps you get healthy. And don't be fooled, guys. by that $140, because this is the thing, and this is the truth. People won't take this seriously and treat this like a business because the investment is so small. They think it's like not possible, that how the heck could $140 actually build me a business? Guys, the top earners in Beachbody earn over $2 million a year. That $140 challenge pack earns them $2 million a year. Now, no, it didn't happen overnight. Yes, they busted their butt. Yes, they showed up every day, and it was consistency over time. But I can also name 5 people in our upline, guys, that are earning just under $1 million a year from that $140 investment. That might not be your goal. It doesn't matter if it is or isn't. The point is that it can be that if you want it to, and not to be fooled by that small amount of money to get started. People will go and they will open up their own restaurant and start their own businesses, and they'll take out $500,000 loans to get this thing started. And they will work themselves to the damn bone because they took out a $500,000 loan. And they're like, this has to work. I have this restaurant. I took out a $500,000 loan. They're working all hours of the night. They're getting 4 or 5 hours of sleep. They show up when nobody shows up to their restaurant. They keep doing it no matter what because they took out such a high loan. Treat this like a legit business, and you guys will seriously be blown away if you stick with this over time. Okay? Not everybody has big goals, and your goals might change over time. When I came into this, guys, I did not have big goals. I just wanted to earn a couple $100 every single week. That's it. I just wanted a couple $100. But because I got into this and I treated this like a legit business, because I remember Keith Callahan in our upline saying, treat it like a business, it will reward you like a business. Treat it like a hobby, it will reward you like a hobby. And I loved it so much, I went all in. And that's how I was able to pay off that $35,000 of credit card debt. Stay at home with my kids, which was my reason for doing this in the first place. Pay off my car 2 years ahead of time. Sell my house right now. We don't know where we're going to go, but because of this business opportunity, we have the flexibility now. We have that flexibility and that freedom to be able to decide where we want to go, because this job can be done from anywhere in the world. And because I've stuck with it for so long and been so consistent with it now, that this is what it's allowed us to be able to do. So my point is not to be fooled by the very small investment that you paid. It is so cheap to become a coach, and the way that it can turn around and reward you and bless your family, it's worth it, guys. It is worth it to show up and treat it like that business every single day. You get to become, guys, friends with amazing people. And I know I already said this at the beginning of the call, but this team, guys, I love this team so much. You guys are my second family. There's not another team out there that has this close-knit family, family-like team that just supports everyone. We're friends. We do things together. We help each other out. It's not just about Beachbody. We celebrate each other's successes, and when babies are born and when people are getting married and birthdays and things like that. It's so much more than that. Not to mention all the other coaches and the friends that you're going to form in the network from going to different events. So the bond that we have, guys, is a special one. It really is. I believe that 150% that we have a special bond on this team. There's also no politics or no favorites, right? With this business. None of that stuff. Everyone is paid on the exact same compensation plan. So the only thing holding yourself back and preventing yourself from getting you to where you want to be is you. That's it. You're the only thing that stands in your way. Your results in this business are going to be 100% a reflection of what you do or don't do. And that's freaking cool, guys, that what you do controls and can shape your future and the rest of your life. That you have that control. I mean, I'm kind of a control freak. So for me, I mean, I really like that, because I was like, this is good. I can totally control. I mean, you can't control everything, obviously, in the business, but you can control a lot. and you can control how fast you want to move, how slow you want to go, and how much you want to work, and how little, and all that. So that's awesome, guys. Your success that you'll have in this business, it's going to be a direct reflection between the amount of lives that you change. So your success is going to be just a direct reflection of the amount of lives that you can change, the amount of people that you can help. We also get residual income. So that's pretty awesome, guys, because what this means is that building your team over time, when you build your team over time, this is when you can multiply your impact of how many people together as a team you can help. So you can only help so many people as one person, right? But if you build a team, you build your tribe together, you can help and reach out and connect with that many more people. And this is a people business. So the bigger your team, the more of an impact that you can have. And that's when things start to really blow up and you start to see those team cycle bonuses go through the roof. So I want to give you like an example of what I mean by these team cycle bonuses and all that. 1 second, I'm just trying to mute somebody. What's nice, guys, is that you can get to a point where if you have some place that you want to be, I'll give a couple examples. Summit. I went away to Summit, and then I was in South Carolina, and I was gone for 5 weeks, right? You get to the point where your team cycle bonus income ends up being your main source of income. I did not have to work on making a sale and selling a challenge pack, but I still had a consistent paycheck that grew and that came in every single week that was deposited into my bank account because of consistency over time and building that team. And together as a team, we're helping more people. That's what it leads to. When both my dogs passed away within a freaking 5-week span, I could not really do much. I was so depressed about that and so upset. And I still am kind of struggling with that. But my point is that I grew it to a point. You can grow it to a point where you don't have to be going out there making these challenge pack sales as your source of income. The team cycle bonuses, it's that residual income. You can rely on a consistent paycheck that will be deposited into your bank account every single week. So I was able to do that because of this business. Liz Harkey, our upline coach, she's in California traveling all over it right now with her husband and her son for 5 weeks. It's the same thing for her. She's not going behind the scenes inviting or anything like that right now. She busted her tail for 4 years so that she can do that now, and she can take some time away and she can share her journey and her paycheck will still keep coming in. So it's pretty cool because this is the only business in the entire world. It is the only business that you can literally grow it to a certain point and then walk away like that if you need to and still collect your paycheck. So that's a pretty beautiful thing when you can get it to that point. That's freedom right there. So those few years of hard, consistent work, it's worth it, right? To be able to have that freedom, to be able to live the life you want and do what you want. Beachbody also has, I believe, and I'm pretty sure anybody else that's a coach in this business would believe this too, we have the best programs out there. We have the best programs and the best products out there, 150% without a shadow of a doubt. We don't have any, stupid patches and wraps and teas and pills and shake diets or anything like that. What we have is real. We have real fitness programs with a superfood shake, with a support and accountability group, with a personal coach for every single person that wants to get started on their health and fitness journey. And we have the solution. We have what works. There is over 70% of the population is obese. And about 40% of the world is struggling financially wise. So tell them about this. We have the solution, like right here in our palm of our hand. We have what works for all of those things. We have what can solve their problems and improve their lives. And so we need to share that every single day with people. And if you truly believe that, if you really truly believe, like I believe, that we have the best out there, because I know it works, because 7 years ago, I did P90X, the original one, and I got into really great shape and got into the best shape of my life and was in an infomercial for it and everything. I didn't even know about coaching then. And then 7 years later, when I actually became a coach, the 21-day fix in Shakeology, again, helped me lose 35 pounds after having both the kids and got me into the best shape of my life again. So I truly believe that what we have works. There's nothing else out there better. If you believe that, you won't hold this back from anybody. You will tell everybody and anybody that comes near you about this, because you want them to feel as great as you feel, and you want to help them. That's the bottom line. You want to help them. You want them to feel better about themselves. All right. You get to leave a legacy for your family. If you stick around here long enough and you go with me all the way, you get to leave a legacy for your family. It's a beautiful thing. You get to just be you. And as a matter of fact, the only way this business will work and you will really blow this thing up is if you really are your authentic self and you are you all the time. It's the only business where you can just be you. You don't have to worry about being like X, Y, and Z or looking this way or that way. You get to be you. And if you try to be somebody else or try to act like other coaches, it's not going to work, because that's not going to be you. And people are going to see right through that, and you're going to have a hard time attracting people into the business because they're not going to really know who you are. So be yourself. Even if it seems like, don't even question yourself. If you're going to go make a post, for example, don't be like, I don't know, should I post that? It might take. No, send, click, send that thing up. Who cares? That's you. I went through a phase where I was making my posts, and then I was having Nick reread all of them and give me his feedback. And I stopped doing that because I'm like, that's so stupid, because that's not me then. If you're giving me some advice, that's going to be more you, and I want to be me. So you have to be yourself, because in order to build this business, you want to attract people like you. So you have to be you, your authentic self, unapologetically, and don't worry about what other people think about you. Who cares? Just be you. Right? We're too old for this. We're not in high school and worrying about friends and cliques and all that stuff. We're adults trying to make a better life for our family, trying to make the best life for our family. It really doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. They can hop on or they can stay on the sidelines and keep watching, right? That's the truth. There are endless trips, guys, that you can go on. Endless trips and vacations that they will send you on. For example, there's the Beachbody Coach Summit every summer. They have quarterly Super Saturdays all over wherever you live. There's one in the area. As a matter of fact, there's one coming up. It's Super Friday, October 28th, right up here in Boston, the one that I'm running with a couple of the other leaders in the company. So that's October 28th. You should get yourself to these. They're really important. There's Leadership, which I'm going to be going to in a couple weeks at this 5-star beautiful resort in San Diego, California, at Lowe's Coronado Bay Resort. It's probably one of the most prettiest places I've ever been. They send you to these places. There's the New Leaders Conference, and we have some people on our team this year, which I'm so excited about, who are going to be going to that, so they get to experience that too. There's the Success Club trips. So there was a cruise that I just went on with my husband, and I brought my parents. The time before that, it was Dominican Republic. The next one coming up is Punta Cana at an all-inclusive resort. Plus, we have our own Forever Strong events. For example, every year, it just started last year, we did our first Diamond Retreat for Diamond coaches on the team. So we have that. And before I became a coach, guys, we hadn't traveled in years. We did not have any money to go anywhere. The only place that we could go was to South Carolina, and that was because we flew on Spirit Airlines, and you could get like $30 flights, and my parents own a condo out there on Myrtle Beach, so it was free. That was the only trip that we took for years because we had literally debt up the wazoo, no savings account, and we were going negative every single month. So we're able to go on these trips now that we would have never been able to go on if it weren't for coaching. And so many people have been actually coming around to me now saying that what's intrigued them about wanting to become an active coach on the team is the fact that if they work hard enough, that they can go on these trips too, because they haven't been able to take a vacation and they want to take their family on a vacation. And that's one of their big goals, is to be able to earn either enough money to take their family on a vacation or to earn a free trip or an almost free trip. So that's pretty cool. There's always a trip coming up, like every 3 months, 4 months. There's always something to look forward to, which is really cool. Another positive is this is your business, right? And we'll always talk about like, this is your business. You have to own it. But the beauty of it is that you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to do it alone. You have incredible mentors and you have a team of people who are here to help you every single step of the way. No one gets ahead or does better than anybody else because they are luckier or by chance. That does not exist. That does not happen. Everything is learnable, and everyone who comes into this business is just as capable to be a top leader or a top coach in the company, if that's what you want. We all have the exact same capability. So I hope as you guys were listening to all these different things, I was writing down all these different things that I love about coaching. I think it's so important that you guys keep in the back of your mind, have it written out, all the things of why you love coaching, why it's so important to you. Why do you love this so much? Why are you still here? Because if you look at all those things, all those awesome things that you get when you become a coach, it doesn't matter if you have a crappy month and you get a lot of no's. It doesn't matter if you have a coach that quits. It doesn't matter if you drop rank. None of that matters because you are seeing the big picture and the big vision for this, and you are going the distance and you are going the long haul. You're not going to stop. This isn't short term for you, so it doesn't matter. So you're willing to ride that wave and just go with the ebbs and flows because you know it's normal. And there's so many other positive things to focus on all the time, like those 20 things that I just listed that were just some of my own. So I hope that you guys got some good ideas just from listening, but I just feel like you've got to keep the passion with this business in order for it to thrive and to really grow and to make a difference. You always have to be excited. Even if you're going through a tough time, you can still be excited about the business, right? But you got to be passionate about it, and you have to be enthusiastic, and you have to be showing that, and you can never let that flame go out because people can see that. So I hope that you guys can take the time tonight to write down 3 to 5 things why you love coaching. And then tomorrow, because it's too late tonight, depending on where you are, tomorrow, make a post about it on your wall. Just a real and raw post about it. And it will connect with someone. Even if you don't get any likes, people are going to read it. And it's going to connect to someone. And it's going to make a difference to someone. So, oh, good, Jen. I'm so glad you have like 30 ideas. That's so great to hear. You are so funny. Does anybody have any questions about anything before I let you guys go for the night? I mean, I know, guys, I'm on fire right now. I'm all pumped up. I've had 2 Energizes. Thursday nights are my favorite nights of the week because I get to see you guys. I'm going to be getting off this call. I'm probably going to do like 30 to 50 invites. I'm going to be on fire. So I hope that you guys have a spark after this so that you guys can go out too and take action, and you guys can find that passion and keep that passion alive every single day. So, all right, if you guys don't have any questions, I don't want to keep you any longer, but thanks so much for being here again tonight. Oh, that's so great, Jen. I'm so glad that you loved the call. Thanks for being on. I can be a little bit of a spaz. I hope I didn't scare her off. All right, well, oh, thanks, Katie. I know, especially after I have the Energize, it can be a little out of control. All right, guys. Well, I love you guys so much. You're awesome. I hope you have a great night, and I will see you the next time. Bye, guys.